In order for us to achieve peace on planet Earth and get the things that we want to get out of this life, we're going to have to delete 90% of men.
Any way of thinking that casually talks about removing or eliminating an entire group of people is not empowering, not progressive, and not rational. It is dangerous. And when that kind of thinking targets fathers, it always ends up harming women and children first. If you care about protecting your family, guarding your mind, and understanding how certain ideas quietly destroy homes, I want you to listen carefully today all the way through. Because this is not imagination. This is not theory. This is the kind of thinking that breaks families and destabilizes societies. Welcome back to Family Still Matters. This channel exists to help you think clearly, discern wisely, and protect what matters most, which is your family, your children, and the future they're growing up in. What I'm sharing today isn't meant to entertain you. It's meant to equip you. So that when you hear certain ideas online, across the TV set, by any voice, in a university, on a campus, among private little groups, that you can recognize them for what they are and know when to turn them off or to shut them down. This message is for adults who care about families, children, and the health of society. It is not for people who enjoy extreme rhetoric, who embrace conspiracy-style thinking, or who live in fantasy worlds about how families and societies actually function. There is nothing wrong with using your imagination or creativity, but it becomes dangerous when fantasy is treated as something that should be imposed on real people, real families, and real children, as if it could replace reality itself. If you want clarity instead of confusion and wisdom instead of noise, this message is for you. Every time fathers are removed physically, emotionally, or culturally, children feel it first. Women carry the weight next, and society quietly starts to unravel after that. Understand, this helps you see through messages that sound compassionate on the surface, but are destructive underneath. Any mindset that treats fathers as disposable or men as disposable is not pro-woman, and it is absolutely not pro-child, and it is anti-family. I recently watched a video that disturbed me deeply. I'll include the link so you can see exactly what I'm referencing, because I don't believe in misrepresenting anyone. In that video, a young woman spoke confidently into a camera as if it were reasonable, realistic, and even moral to imagine a world made better by removing men, especially fathers. She wanted 90% of men and fathers removed from our world. She was not joking, and she was not alone. And that's why this matters to you, because these ideas are no longer hidden. They are becoming more louder, more frequent, and more normalized. This way of thinking is often framed as protecting women and children, but history tells us a very different story. When fathers are removed, children lose stability and identity. Women are forced to shoulder burdens never meant to be carried alone, and communities weaken and disorder increases. Knowing this helps you evaluate claims before accepting them, especially when they're wrapped in emotional language. You cannot not protect children by erasing their fathers. This is not care. This is denial. This isn't the first time society has experimented with removing men from the family structure. In the 1960s and beyond, certain U.S. social welfare policies, particularly under programs like Aid to Families with Dependent Children, created incentives that discourage fathers from being present in the home. In many cases, assistance was reduced or denied if a working man was living in the household. The result was not empowerment. It was fractured families, weakened fatherhood, and long-term damage, especially in Black communities, that we are still dealing with to this very day. Understanding this history protects you from repeating it. When you remove fathers by policy or by ideology, the family does not get stronger. It collapses under the weight. There's a difference between accountability and elimination. There's a difference between addressing harm and declaring entire groups beyond hope. A healed person believes growth is possible. An unhealed person believes control is the solution. Recognizing this helps you discern whether a message is coming from wisdom or from unresolved pain. When people speak as if men cannot change, cannot be redeemed, and cannot grow, they are denying the very foundation of restoration. And once that disappears, cruelty starts to sound reasonable. No human being has the right to decide who is valuable and who is expendable. That authority does not belong to us. The moment someone starts speaking as though they can decide who stays and who goes, they have crossed a line. That's not wisdom. That's not strength. That's arrogance, plain and simple, pretending to be moral clarity. And history has already shown us where that road leads. Fictional worlds like those portrayed in shows such as Foundation can make centralized power and human elimination look clean and controlled. But fiction doesn't have to raise children. Real life does. Real societies require patience, sacrifice, forgiveness, and responsibility. No civilization has ever survived by eliminating fathers. If this message touched you, or if it helped you see things more clearly, I ask that you support this channel by liking the video and subscribing. More importantly, leave a comment. Share your thoughts about the kinds of messages circulating online today that you believe may be harmful to our families and our children. And if there's a question or topic you'd like us to discuss in a future video, leave that as well, because these conversations truly matter. Strong families are built through responsibility, not resentment, through accountability, not annihilation, through restoration, not removal. Some ideas are not just wrong, they're dangerous. And discernment is one of the greatest gifts we were given, and that we can pass on to the next generation. I'm Deborah. This is Family Still Matters. And may God continue to richly bless you to think and listen to the voice of God. God bless you.